The U.S. is returning a copy of a rare letter written by Christopher Columbus to its rightful home in the Vatican. The U.S. ambassador to the Holy See, Callista Gingrich, handed over the 500-year-old artifact to the Vatican's librarian and archivist. Columbus wrote the original letter to the King and Queen of Spain in 1493. For more on the Columbus letter, we turn to Vatican correspondent Juliet Linley, who joins us from Rome. Juliet, tell us more about this extraordinary document.
Wyatt, it's important to clarify that the letter is not the original, but one of 80 translations into Latin. It's known as the Columbus Letter from 1493, the year after he reached America. And in it, the Catholic explorer spread the news of the discovery of the New World. It was addressed to the Spanish royals, also devout Catholics, and it had been in the Vatican Library for centuries. Officials say the letter was probably stolen in the 1990s and replaced with a forgery.
Okay, so it was stolen then. How did the letter then end up in the United States?
Well, a private book collector from Atlanta bought the letter in 2004 for just under $1 million without knowing that it had been stolen. And 7 years ago, Homeland Security was alerted after an American scholar noticed the letter at the Vatican wasn't authentic. Now, Homeland Security officials managed to link the real letter to the book collector, who has died, and his widow has agreed to return it today.
Interesting how they were able to piece it all together. Do we know who stole the original from inside the Vatican Library?
Well, Wyatt, I asked Homeland Security that very question this morning at the Vatican Library, and here is what they told me.
We started discovering that some of these letters or manuscripts had been replaced by very skillful forgeries. By someone obviously that had the know-how and the skill and the access to some of these libraries to take the documents out. Obviously they're high-valued items for collectors.
So it could have been an inside job, but the U.S. authorities aren't confirming that, Wyatt.
Very interesting. So much history behind this. Juliet Linley, EWTN News Nightly Vatican correspondent. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Wyatt.